They're guys. They do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
Look at this.
Look at how official we look now. We have stuff.
Jace, we've gone Joe Rogan style.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good.
Joe Rogan style.
What's up, everyone? Look, we got a new setup. Now, for us, it's almost Christmas, so the tree's still there. But for you, in the future, it's
almost the week after Christmas.
Almost New Year's, I think. Almost New Year's.
How crazy is it? Dude, the end of 2020.
It's almost here.
Yeah. No.
Oh, man. Thank goodness for that.
Do you know what the funny thing is, though? We all say thank goodness for that, but is 2021 going to be really that? It's not like they're going to be like, right, 2020, oh, Corona's gone.
No, that's true. It could all still be going downhill. But for us, it's been uphill.
Dude, it's been very uphill.
Connect with everyone in this kind of format is so wild. We always talked about doing a podcast.
Well, we brought it up randomly.
Yeah, we'd always talked about it, but like now we went out and bought our own gear. This is ours, and this is ours, and this is newly.
Yeah, we literally picked this up like right before the podcast. We were like, we probably need to hear the audio, make sure it's nice and crisp. So I went and dropped $180 on headphones.
Yeah, that's it. And now we sound really crisp to us, but hopefully it. Oh, I can't even say the word crisp. I'm so excited. Look, I'm so excited.
Yeah, for the first
Tell
time.
them how excited you are.
For the first time, we have some live listeners, and they're here. We have two of them. They're both a couple of dogs,
This
if
is
you know
Billy.
what I mean. Yeah.
This is our foster dog.
There's another one over here. Yeah, hang on. Hey, can
There
you see
he is, Billy.
Good man.
That's Diesel, everyone.
This is Diesel. These are both Josh's dogs. So as you can see, now that we've got all the gear, we now have a new studio, and we thought having some animals in the studio would help. This is actually Josh's kitchen.
Yeah, just to add to the ambiance, we thought we'd add some live animals.
Yeah, perfect.
What's that rule? Like, you should never work with children or animals. Right now, we're podcasting with animals.
Why not?
What are we doing?
You know, they're good chatters, man.
And one thing you can't tell, but to us is amazing, is that we are now recording in a room that has air conditioning.
Yeah.
In every past podcast, you've noticed we're a little shiny. But now, we're shine free, baby.
Dude, there was some of those podcasts were like a survival game. You know, like it was so hot. It was like 40 degrees. Dude. If you're in America, that's like what? That's like 120, 130 degrees Fahrenheit or something. It's very hot.
I have no idea what Fahrenheit is.
It's like almost like 3 times.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot. Very uncomfortable and very sticky.
Really sticky.
But now look at this. Clean, crisp, and looking mighty white because of the settings on the camera.
Unless you want to be super red, then I would do this. But now we'll bring it back to normal. But that's for those who are watching us in video form.
Did you just play with the color grading?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
He's been experimenting.
And look, we're hands-free.
That's the other thing too. We can actually talk with our hands. You know, like those microphones, I don't know about you, but I had to keep switching hands because after a while your arm
the bicep gets a little cramped and you're like, God damn it, change hands. But now, look,
anyway,
I can do the podcast like this if I want.
Yeah, right.
I won't.
Put them away.
Okay. We can arm wrestle if we want
we're podcasting. If you want to lose while we're podcasting, then yeah, absolutely. Now, anyway, enough talking about our successes and our spending almost $2,000 on equipment just so that we can connect with you guys a bit better.
How are you guys?
Tell us.
We'll wait. Even drinking water in the headphones sounds nice.
You're drinking water? I thought we were on the rums.
What am I drinking?
Anyway, look.
Vodka. All right.
Anyway, guys. Well, today is a very good day. I'm pretty excited. I don't know. I just can't get over the fact that we've got this equipment, that we're actually taking the dive and doing the whole podcast thing. And it's really great that we've had some listeners, people listening. In fact, we even had someone send us a video for us to play for you guys if you're watching the live thing. But if you're not, that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we've got a few options now. And we can even, with this setup we have, we can call people and the call be recorded directly into the podcast.
Another thing that we were thinking we might do is a 24-hour live stream.
Now that we have our gear. Jason's set on the idea. I'm not so set on it. I mean, I am, but like maybe now that we have this area, this could be nice.
This setup, nice and fresh. And dude, imagine it like a 24-hour live stream magic show styles. It'd be cool.
We can get Billy to like run and get us food when we run out.
Now, guys, on a side note, I'm at day 105 at the time of recording this of the 365 challenge, which means I'm almost 1/3 of the way through.
How are you going with that?
I'll be honest with you, it has its ebbs and flows. Sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes the creativity is flowing and like every day feels super easy. But then every now and again, like this weekend was quite possibly, like I just wanted to quit. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
And I noticed you like disappeared for 2 days.
I stayed awake for 48 hours straight.
Wow.
Did you know that? I went to my gigs. So I had 3 gigs in 2 days, right? And then I had to make the videos. And then I also had other tasks to complete as well. And it literally went like this. So I woke up at 9 a.m. on Saturday and I was like, great, feeling good. Let's go and do this thing. And this was after going to bed, mind you, at like 3 a.m. So, I've had my 6 hours. I'm up, I go to the gym, I go to the city, I do my shows. I go to Eat Streets, I do my shows, and then I make my video for the day, and I post it. And I didn't finish making that video because I didn't finish all my gigs until like, I didn't get home till like 11:30, I think. Right. So, and then I had to film the whole video. So I didn't finish that until like 5 a.m. And then I had a live stream that I had to attend for Decking Around.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did do it. And that started at 9 though. So because I finished at 5, I was like, fuck it, I might as well stay awake and just do that as well. So I did. Finished that at 10. And then immediately after that, I had to go and meet a friend who was leaving. Like I was never going to see this person again. Well, I probably will eventually, but he's moving away. So it's going to be a good long time before I see them again. His name's Shane Admonson. It's not anyone you'd know. But
Shane.
Yeah, Shane. Shane. He's a good man. Very good man. So I went to see him. And at this point, I'm obviously quite tired because I've been awake for like over 30 hours almost. And then immediately after seeing him, I had to go back to my gig at the market and then come back home and do the video again. And I didn't finish that video until like 4 or 5 a.m. again. And then I slept until like 12.
Right. So you've slept for this podcast? Did you sleep last night?
Oh, yeah. I had to sleep last night.
Okay, well, that's all that counts.
Yeah, I had time. But still, even then, the worst thing about surviving 48 hours straight is that immediately after you have your rest, you got to get straight back to it again. So it's like you finally catch up on sleep and you're straight back to the grind. There's no actual relaxation or downtime. It's just boom.
That's where you thrive, right? Through chaos. Bloody street performers.
I do relish the chaos, but...
We had a question. Do you want to answer a question?
I'd love to answer a question.
Okay. So this question, by the way, thank you for your questions in the comment section. This came from Tony Varga. He said, great show, guys. Thanks. Do you have certain types of crowds that you love/hate to perform to, or maybe some types of people that scare you? And then he says, I remember Chris Ramsey made a video a while back and he talked about performing to engineers and felt like they are out to get him. What are your thoughts?
That's actually funny because you just recently did one for engineers, right? And I remember you telling me your line. What was your line again that you said to them? They said, you're performing for engineers. It goes something like this. You're performing for engineers. I hope you realize that. And you said...
That's not going to help you, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what actually happened was I was doing a routine and I do this thing where I take a card out, I put it down face down on their hand, and then I tell them to name a card. So I put the card in advance and I won't go into it, but that routine can go many different ways. But this particular guy, after having said very cockily, is that a word? Cockily?
Yeah, cockfully.
Very, very full of cock, he said. He said, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we're all engineers here. And I was like, that's not going to help you. And he named the card directly that was in his hand.
So no extra handling, just a magic. It's like a literal magic moment.
Pure magic. And he turned it over and was just like
floored. And then from then you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah. And I'm like, reconstruct that, baby.
You know what's super funny about it too, right? That moment for him was really magical, but I guarantee that for you, it was probably more magical because you're like, hell yeah, I got you, bitch.
Yeah, just like the time with the watch that you came and filmed.
Yeah,
there was a time where I was doing this routine.
That was funny.
I was doing this routine called Card Under Watch, a vlog I just put out. I do the actual routine in it, but for the most part, their signed card ends up impossibly under their watch. And I was going to do this routine and I stuffed up, well, not stuffed up, but the card fell out of his watch before I could reveal it. So just out of nowhere, this card falls down on the ground and I bring attention to it straight away. But they're not quite aware of what's happening. They're also drinking, but I go, whoa, where'd that card just come from? And the guy picks it up and I quickly get another card folded up. And I guess this is not really talking about methods of effects, but I basically switch that so that his friend opens it up and sees that it's not his card. And then while he's folding it back up, while talking to him, I somehow managed to very gracefully change it back to that guy's signed card. And
so in his mind, he's still holding the very same card that he just folded up that wasn't, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, what card was yours again?
And then I just sort of co-works this moment where I get him to shout his card at me. And then I say, no, do that again, but at your friend. And he says, 5 of spades. And I say, you should have the 5 of spades now. Do you have a card on you? And it's so funny. And I have this on video, but it doesn't do it justice because we're just kind of moving around a lot. But then he opens and his face was great because he reacted, but I think you and I reacted the loudest.
I was just impressed that you thought that quickly on your feet.
Yeah, like you were filming it, but I heard your voice over his. You were like, that was the best save I've ever seen.
Yeah. But yeah, I was helping my boy Josh film. But yeah, that was a moment for me. I was like, get out of here.
So good.
Who even thinks like that on the fly?
Man, we have so much fun as magicians because there's so much going on in our minds that sometimes like we're just having so much fun because we know it's about to happen or we've just changed what's going to happen. It's really fun. But back to audiences.
Right, what types of audiences do we like to perform for? We did get back to the question. We just went on a full tangent for 10 minutes.
I think they want to know what audiences you don't like or are scared of. Or,
I'll be honest with you, and this is not...
Karens.
Well, no, Karens are good, man. Karens are good. Because, Karens are typically stupid people. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
sorry, Karen.
If there's any Karens watching this, like if your name is Karen, just know that you might not be a Karen. It's hard to explain. Change your name. Anyway, my least favorite audience, and this is going to sound like it's controversial, but it's totally not. But it's actually like over the top religious people. I just can't deal with it because and when I say over the top religious, don't get me wrong. There's people, they have their religion and they. Whatever, religion, whatever. You do you. But then there are the people that will call me like a demon.
Like your story last week with the water.
Yeah.
You had to throw water on.
Yeah, I've had people push their way through my crowds when I'm doing street shows and try and tell people that I'm like working with the devil. Like he's working with the devil. He's trying to recruit you all. That's the one. He's trying to recruit you all into Satan's army. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, man, I won't produce any more oranges from my cups. Jeez.
Bloody hell. Any other
That's probably my least favorite. Another one is, no, I don't know. I guess there are those people that think that they're hell funny and they just can't shut up. But then again, I mean, you've seen me deal with that guy in the valley that was...
Yeah, that was great.
That was funny as...
I
don't know if it was well.
That wasn't even a sentence what I just said. That was well handled.
When I was like, shut the fuck up. So I had this guy in the valley. I had to cut it out of my video, but maybe on the Patreon I can put the raw clip up, actually.
The what?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good tease. Yeah, hell yeah. So you guys probably don't know this, but myself and Josh have been working behind the scenes to bring you extra content. Extra content this summer. I had to do it, sorry.
That was good.
Thank you. But we've decided to make a Patreon for the Magic Guys. Now, and the interesting thing about this Patreon as well is it's not just going to be for the Magic Guys, it'll also be for both of our individual channels. So you'll just get like a constant influx of content, all kinds of things, maybe some magic lessons and just extra podcasts, really, user only for you guys who are on the Patreon. But look, we'll get into that later when it's actually going. But just know,
stay tuned.
Just know things are happening.
We've got plans with this gear, okay?
Yeah.
We've got plans.
But also that means that if you do, or when we do make the thing, you'll get to see this performance that I was telling you about where I really shut this guy down hell quick. I swear I turned him into a child, like a child standing in the corner in trouble,
Oh, it was great. It was great. Fantastic stuff.
What about you, Josh? Who are your least favorite audiences to perform for?
So normally the two that people are worried about are people who work in IT or engineers. That's what our friend Tony was talking about, because they are very analytical and try to break things down. But personally, I find them really great. I find them appreciative. Like they really appreciate the performing you're doing.
Like the method was so good that they can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's brilliant.
And I guess there's a little bit of playing to your audience. So if I know I'm performing to an IT audience, I will do things that are a little different, that is going to better entertain them. Maybe the scripting I'm using, but also like the effects, knowing that they're going to watch super close. I can get away with other things, knowing that. But in terms of what audiences I don't like or have had trouble with, surprisingly, there's a very well-known soft drink brand. I won't name them, but I did their Christmas party, and basically they were all sales reps for this company. So they're all basically a whole room full of alphas.
A whole room full of ego-driven.
But their job is to sell soft drinks. So it's not like an alpha, it's not like a real alpha, but they're like they all feel like alphas. And they're all in this one area.
Don't belittle their field of work, all right? Soft drinks are very important.
No, they
Literally couldn't have timed that better.
I would drink a beverage, but I still spite you. So, yeah, salesmen, this particular one, everyone was just trying to get one up on me and trying to heckle me in the way that like they assume they know what's going on, but they'll try and be fun around their mates. Like there's always the one guy that's a bit of a dick, he's like, oh yeah, I've seen this one before. Or, all right, yeah, I'll take the card. Yeah, don't look. But I had like 50 of them. But luckily this is roving magic, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, when you get the shits with them, you just go to the next group.
It's just like, I would get the shits with them, go to the next group, and then they're the same. So it was like 2 hours of just like fucking knuckleheads. But again, the brand is great, but there was just, so for some reason, sometimes salespeople, like a sales company can be a little interesting to work with when they're around their own people and they're all trying to impress one another. It's not really about us. It was about them trying to.
Well, they got to have the bigger numbers, right? Like my numbers are bigger than yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Like I know what this guy's doing, but you guys don't.
It's like magic flexes. I know way more sleights than you.
Absolutely. So you know. One thing I noticed that was funny was when I did an event for a childcare company that you helped me film. For a little while at the beginning, they were reacting like they were watching their son Billy do something well. Like, oh, that was really good.
Is this the women, like that group of women?
Yeah.
What do you call them? A gaggle of women. That's there was a lot of.
He said that, not me. All right. He said that.
I swear it was like a female in the event. Were there any males there?
No, it was a fundraising event for this childcare center, and they were all mothers or teachers of the preschool.
It was pretty cool. That was
the event was really awesome, but it was just funny. Like their natural reaction when someone does something good is to give them that kind of appraisal of, "Oh, that was really great."
You know what my favorite part was? So Josh does this card trick where the card ends up on the roof, and he's doing it for these. I think he had like 4 or 5 women watching you at the time.
Yeah, and
he does the trick, and they just sort of look up, and they look at him. Very nice.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
That's one of those. Can't just see.
I was like, it's a fucking miracle. They're just like, that's very good.
Yeah, every effect is going to get a different gauge of reaction. But what I find with card to ceiling is that it's one of those things that it's not a big impact ending, as if like something changes in your hands or you've just read their mind. It's like, all right, the card is on the roof. And now it's still on the roof. It's like it's like a full stop in a sentence because you throw the cards up, boom, it's there. But it's more of a like how did that get there? Is it going to come down? We don't know yet.
I feel like the method is the solution. I mean, it's kind of obvious how it got there. But
with magic, of course. But
no, I mean like for people watching, like it's thud. Boom.
The reason why I do that trick is
that later, right?
Is because of the story.
Yeah,
of people later saying, "Oh, my signed card is on the roof and it's still there," and then everyone walking around later and seeing this card up there and not knowing why it's there. That's mainly why I do it. All about creating that visual texture at an event. If I can have a card that's been signed on the roof forever, to me, that's a win. And there are many.
You know what's super funny about that story too is that when I was younger, I used to work in a bar. It was a flair bar. So when your boy Jace used to be fit, they used to also do flair bartending. So juggling with bottles essentially. But anyway, this bar that I was working at is called Caliber, and we have a friend named Petey Magic, brilliant magician, funny guy, actor now, doing really well for himself. Anyway, long story short, his signed card was on the roof of this building. And funny thing is, nobody knows how it got there or why it was there. Like no one in the building, they just know that there's a card on the roof and it was just there. And they never got rid of it. It just stayed there forever until finally they renovated the entire building. But I remember looking up and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like right now I can, there's at least 4 different hotels that have my signed cards on the roof of their like foyer area.
It's also a good memory too right now when your client walks through like, oh yeah. We should probably get that magician again.
If anyone gets their haircut at Tommy Guns in Chermside or North Lakes in Brisbane, they both have signed cards in the roof because I did an event for them recently and it's still there.
All right, guys, let's get to the verdict. Should I cut all my hair off?
This is the nitty gritty.
Seriously,
what is
I
your
do it?
thought process here?
My thought process is I can make content out of it, firstly. But
you could sell it.
Yeah, I could donate it.
Would you buy a lock of Jason's hair?
No,
and
no.
how much would you pay for that lock of hair?
Should I cut all my hair off and donate it? You know, because you can donate it to the cancer. They make wigs out of it.
You're telling me someone wants to wear your hair?
Dude, my hair is, firstly, it's fucking clean. Oh, that's some clean hair. And secondly,
Billy just ran away.
Yeah, but not the other one. The other one's sleeping on the floor here. But anyway,
you killed him, didn't you?
I should cut all my hair off. This is my thought. I should cut all my hair off so I look more like a professional. Like in my younger years, having all this hair was pretty cool. But lately, I've been looking at myself and I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I cut it all off or should I just get it dreadlocked?
Dreadlocked to make you look more professional.
Nothing like a little cultural appropriation.
Oh man! Just dye it like platinum blonde.
Yeah. No. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I think I should cut it all off. And if I do cut it all off, I was going to do it in 2 parts. Literally, get half a haircut on one side, right? And then make a video. I was going to do like some magic online.
Got to do it.
And I think that would be quite funny.
Dude.
And then I'll get the other half cut,
That'd be funny as.
It'd be funny.
Dude, I love it.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you think I should do it, I want to know. I want to know.
I want to know too.
We want to hear from you. How many subscribers have we got, by the way?
At the time of recording this, 136. But you know what's amazing is for some reason episode number 3 really popped off and is that like 600 views?
Oh, it is too.
Thank you. All 600 of you for liking and not subscribing.
38 of them liked. Sons of guns. Well, I think the crazy thing is that one, you guys are enjoying the podcast, which is super, super great. And even though a lot of it's incoherent thoughts, it's
a lot of rambling. Why are you listening, by the way?
It is nice to be able to just chat with you guys and do this. It's even just an excuse to chat with Josh. I can ask him personal questions.
Yeah.
Like
our
Josh,
wives let us meet up to chat.
Yeah, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? Let's get into that. I want to know. You got a plan for it? Or?
I don't know if I can just say all this publicly. I mean, Sandy definitely is not going to listen to this, but...
Oh, hell yeah. Then let's get into it. People want to know, man. The people want to know.
Hey, look, it's on the plans.
Oh,
my partner
what'd you say? Say that again.
Magic is real. So my partner and I, we've been together for 9 years.
That's a long time.
She's been with me since before I was doing magic as a profession. So she's really seen it all. So having a partner that's really been through it all, seen you from the start, is really supportive. It's amazing.
She's great. She's really supportive.
And she has her own entrepreneurship goals as well. She started her own business.
That bleeded in from you, right? I guarantee it.
Yeah, I take all the credit. I take all that credit. I even learned how to build Shopify websites and become a product photographer to help her. So we support each other. We both are busy all the time with our grind. Like she's at work right now while we're doing this, and then I'm going to leave this to go do my gig, and then I'm going to pick her up, bring her home, and we're probably going to pack some of her orders because a store just bought her products, so we're going to take them to them tomorrow.
Really, wholesale?
Yeah, an actual equine store out in Debra. Shout out to Debra.
That's some big news.
He's going to stock her products, yeah.
We are not sponsored, by the way. So
yeah, but I love these guys. This is not the the shitty salesman gig. But yeah, so we've been together for a long time. The thing is that we're so comfortable with what we're doing right now, and we're just not in a rush. We really
Why change it? Yeah,
we enjoy traveling. We enjoy doing what we're doing. We have no plans to not be with one another. So it's just just one of those things. We're super comfortable with how we are,
But let's be honest, though. You look great with a ring on your finger.
Thanks, bro. And then I would always be ready to do the ring thing, to do ring magic.
And you'd be justified too.
It'd be organic. And I can make up this whole story. Like for our wedding, we went to the Himalayas and we found a phoenix feather to ingrain in my ring so that every time I take it off, it never leaves and it comes straight back. It's
funny that you say that though, because I'm probably willing to bet that you would go to the Himalayas and you find a phoenix feather.
Probably, yeah.
This is not like...
Do you know a guy?
We know a lot of weird guys. I have a straight jacket guy.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Is it Dave?
It is Dave, yeah.
DL.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny though?
It is funny.
I have a straight jacket guy. I also have a cups and balls guy. So I have a guy that makes cups. I have a guy that makes pouches as well.
Wow, that's funny.
It's pretty funny. Eh?
Yeah. Well, we've got a paper guy. Sends us. We pay a lot of money for paper.
Flash paper.
Yeah,
dude, we got a guy for everything now. We have a video guy.
Yeah, ourselves.
No, we also have a video guy.
Yeah,
Shack Studios.
Shack Studios.
And we are not sponsored, but highly supported because Shack Studios is the tits. If you're a magician and you need some good work done, get old mate Shackaby on it. He's a good man.
Yeah, he's great. He even recommended the lens that we're using right now. A new lens, 16 millimeter. Sigma 16 millimeter.
Sigma
lens.
It's good. It's a nice lens, and definitely I'm going to be picking one up because I'm still using a 22 mil. But this is great. Look how much we've got in the frame,
dude. So nice.
And you wouldn't know this. You guys wouldn't know this by watching, but previously we were filming on a 22 mil lens, and it's great. Don't get me wrong. The 22 mil lens is really good, but it's a little bit close up. It's just that little bit zoomed in. Whereas this camera is like, it's pretty close to us.
Yeah.
Before it was like it would be an extra meter away, like a whole other meter away to fit exactly this shot in.
So, and to have a room that just has that much depth to really put a camera far at the back is just, you don't always have that luxury.
Well, we actually had to lean back into the couch.
Oh man, I miss that couch now. We're gonna have to bring a couch in. Well, we do have a couch here, but
yeah, we're gonna be getting ourselves an audition couch.
We just wanted to. Whoa, that just got weird.
No, anyway.
Speaking of auditions, should we watch our friend's effect that he made for
audition?
us? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to decide if he actually is our friend right now.
Let's do it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be introducing you to our good friend, Scotty P. We say friend, but we've never actually met Scott. He's just a regular supporter of our channels.
He's been really supportive.
Super supportive. And really, I actually think all my subscribers are my friends in a way. Like I like all of them. The people that comment on my videos and our Magic Guys videos are always super nice.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've had a single hater since I started doing this on.
And I think the ones that are really nice to you, they also jump across to my videos and they're
probably listening to this right now. So
yeah.
So firstly, to all of you guys, thank you. We love you. We actually love you very much. You guys are fantastic. We wish you nothing but the best. But this is Scotty P. You guys have probably seen him in the comments. He's sent us a 2-minute video.
Yeah. So last week, if you remember, we put out put out to the universe, send us your audio files of telling us what you're up to. And Scotty reached out and said, hey, can I show you a trick that I've been working on? You guys can give me feedback. So he even went to the effort of micing himself up and everything. So of course, if you're listening to this as a podcast, you'll still be able to hear what's going on, and we'll kind of say back what kind of happened. But on YouTube, you're going to get the goods.
Now, truthfully, we'll probably post this as a separate clip as well. So
yeah,
this will be chopped. This will be chopped out and posted. Probably in my 365 challenge, if I'm honest, I'd stick it in there. So anyway,
we've jacked him into the system, so you're going to hear straight what we're hearing. Jace has not seen this yet. I've watched it once through just to make sure there was nothing inappropriate.
I'm even going to. You can even see. I'm just going to film it on my phone and send it to Josh so you can see it. That's all hooked into our sweet ass setup.
Yeah, look at that.
And there's Scotty P, the handsome fella. So
all right, here we go, Scotty.
The human brain uses fluid throughout the body and the skull to amplify its electrical signals in order to create movement. what I want to show you here is that same principle, but using ordinary items such as a pair of headphones and my morning coffee.
Good cards.
So typically, an electrical signal would go into the headphone jack, it would move through the wires, and it would come out the other end as sound via a speaker.
This is a good premise.
But if we introduce liquid to the mix, can we actually change that output from sound to movement? Well, first we will need a value to input.
Just quickly, I do love the Foo Fighters t-shirt.
Beside me I have a deck of cards, and I'm just going to take one from the middle. In this case it's the 8 of diamonds. And yes, for all those skeptics out there, it is an ordinary deck of cards.
Good, I was
and it's
wondering.
not
Memento
full of
Mori's.
the 8 of diamonds.
Good deck. I'm going to have to get me one of those.
So what would happen if I were to take my headphones, as tangled as they are, place one of them into my coffee. Yes, I just put my headphones in my coffee.
Genius.
And hold on to the 8 of diamonds and the jack of the headphones. If I simply say 8 of diamonds, did the fluid amplify that signal from sound and generate it into
Boom.
movement? And
That's
then we
very-
have the headphones shaped into the 8 of diamonds.
That's very clever.
Now, was that magic? Was that science? Was it a bit of both? I'll leave that for you to decide. My name's Scott Painter,
Good man.
and I bloody love magic.
Yeah,
I really like the
Scotty.
sign off. Oh shit! No,
Yeah.
you know something.
Thanks, Scotty, by the way.
First of all, yeah, hell yeah, thanks. Firstly, super creative. Is
Yeah.
that because I know that? See, I'm not going to say what it is, but that way of doing it, is that on the market or not? Or like,
I don't think so. I'm gonna while we're talking, just bring up a message.
that's quite possibly a marketable effect.
Yeah.
If that's not been done before, it's quite clever. You're just checking. We're double checking. Just
Yeah. No, he said it's an original routine.
dude, that's
Yeah, there you go. I got one I can probably film and get you by.
all right. Let's get honest with it for
Yeah.
a hot minute. So, firstly, I think that the end effect is brilliant, very creative, and super great way to use that principle. I'm not going
Yeah.
to say what it is because if you're a magician, you know, but it's fantastic, dude. Scotty, great job. But I'm going to be straight up with your performance.
Because the whole idea is to help Scotty, right?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of like too much almost of setting up the premise, and like because.
You want it.
I think you mentioned it almost 3 times that the fluid will amplify the signal, and you know what I mean. And by the end of it, I was like,
you want to be able to distill it down into just one sentence.
I think you could literally start the routine off with, I mean, definitely like be yourself, but just try and condense it down a bit more. So you could literally like, let's say you were doing it for a live person, it'd be like, I want to show you guys a trick using something similar to the power of like electrical signals from the brain creating movement. You'll see what I mean. Let's just do it, and hopefully it works. And then boom, have them pick the card. Boom, straight into it. You know, like you can. It's definitely a funny moment when you're putting the headphones in the coffee. You're like, yes, I just destroyed my headphones, but it's worth. It's going to be totally worth it. It's going to be totally worth it in a hot minute, unless this doesn't work, in which case it's not going to be worth it at all. But like there's a way to just turn it into less of like I guess droning is probably the word. Less droning and more actual presentation. But
it was surprisingly clean. Like obviously Scotty worked on this. There was no over repeating of I mean, obviously except for saying the premise, but there wasn't lots of like, okay, I'm going to take the cards and I'm going to sit it down on the table. I'm going to, that's a thing that trap magicians get caught in.
What is it? Equivocate or whatever it's called?
Just over-explaining.
Yeah, whatever.
Equivocate isn't
No. There's a word. There is a word for that. For that thing. But yeah, I agree. He didn't like.
What do you think about putting the headphones in the coffee? Like, is that a weird thing, or is it a good weird? Because that's
if that's the scenario, like you have a coffee and that's. I mean, is it? I mean, it's going to be weird if you like. Okay, so I don't want to give away the method.
No, yeah, we don't need to.
I'll just say
if we're brainstorming, like, does it need to go in the coffee, or could it be like going into your hand, for example?
Well, for his premise of the liquid amplifying the signals, I guess the coffee makes sense. But but then again, like you could do it with it doesn't work quite as well in the hands, but it does work pretty good if you get like a lighter. But then how are you gonna work that into it? Like, oh yeah, also I got a lighter.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, look, coffee's good. I just remember when I first watched it, I was like, oh, are you really going to ruin your headphones to show me an effect?
They were already ruined, let's be honest.
That's true. But then when I saw the ending, I was like, okay, that was why you did that. Like that was...
I think that the payout justifies the means for sure. I think the trick was quite good. It's very creative.
Yeah.
I like it. Send me those headphones, bro. I want to use them in my 365 project.
I mean, technically this video could just be him featuring your day.
Yeah, true. That's right. Yeah, it definitely could be actually. Good idea.
Thanks, Scotty, for your...
well, you can message me and let me know if it's all good if I feature you on the 365 because I like that. It's really great.
Yeah.
So my favorite part of that whole routine though is the sign off. I'm Scotty and I love magic.
And I bloody love magic.
I love it. Is he Australian?
I think so.
Has to be same bloody.
So I hope that made sense to people who were just listening to this because we didn't really synopsisize the effect, but it was a good effect.
All right. So basically, what happened? For those of you that don't know, I mean Scotty kind of explained it anyway, but basically he has a random card selected, and then using the headphones, they form like a solid shape of the predicted card. So it said the headphones formed a shape of 8 of diamonds, and this is without him handling them. So like obviously you could take headphones and shape them like that, but he didn't handle them. He dunked them in the coffee, pulled them back out, and it said 8 of diamonds. So it's quite magical.
Well done, Scotty. That was great, man. Send us more. Send us more of that stuff.
You guys should all do it. You know the other one that we got? We got Justine Menong sent us some
stuff she did
as well.
She did. Maybe we'll save that for the next episode.
For the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But anyway, guys, look, if you guys want feedback on your tricks and stuff like that, we'd love to get more of them for sure.
Yeah, send them through. The Magic Guys.
Yeah, the Magic
on all the socials. Or themagicguysshow@gmail.com. Whatever you want, just send all to Jay, so that way I don't have to see any of it come through and I can just enjoy it at the end there.
Nah,
just kidding.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, as much as this project is a labor of love from both of us, Josh has been putting in way extra effort into the whole thing. So big shout outs to my boy J.W. Norbido.
Which is no reference to my middle name. But I mean, the reason why I do quite a bit of the editing and stuff, but you're pretty busy. Like we just figured out you hadn't slept in 48 hours that time.
Did I say that in the podcast? I think we did, right?
Yeah, I think you're forgetting already.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. It's super hard to remember things now. Like doing work so much like this actually makes it so hard to remember.
But luckily we're recording it, so we get to watch our conversations back and remember.
Yeah, and you know
like
what?
Just before we put the podcast out, we can quickly watch it again.
You guys probably don't know this as well, but both me and Josh, or Josh and I, whatever the correct English is, both of us actually end up rewatching the entire podcast ourselves because we forget.
And we enjoy it.
We forget everything that we spoke about.
We were in the car rewatching our Christmas one and we were like laughing at ourselves. Like, yes, we are funny.
Sometimes.
I
mean, really, I'm funnier. But, it's not a competition, whatever.
Yeah. Me.
Anyway, guys, look. I think that's pretty much going to do it for this one.
Yeah, look, this has been our first podcast with our new gear. Let us know what you think. Comments, thoughts. The sign isn't in the back.
Crisp?
Oh, I love that. The sign isn't in, view right now because we still have our tree up. We haven't quite,
We're actually in the process of getting a totally dope LED sign made up for the Magic Guys.
Really?
I didn't tell you about this, but yes.
This is exciting.
I'm getting it done. It's going to be like an LED board with the Magic Guys on. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be awesome, man.
Dude, if that's true.
I'll let you know when it's done. Yeah, I got a
That'd
light.
be awesome.
I got a light guy as well. I didn't tell you
Oh,
that.
light guy. Does the light guy talk to the ball guy and to the cup guy?
No, actually, all of these guys are predominantly separate.
Interesting.
It's interesting. Well,
Wow.
actually, the cups and balls guy and the pouch guy are the same guy. So I really have a cups and ball pouch guy. Anyway, guys, like that's it for day number 5
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
of episode number 5 of the podcast. Yeah, that's not day.
We'll see you in the next one, which will be very soon.
Big love, guys. Big love.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.
We're still here. Yo,
Yo,
I can't believe it.
riggedy,
You didn't know.
Please don't unsubscribe for this.
Nice.
Can you do that one? That was for our boy Scotty P. We'll see you next time.